Stormwater management is a relatively young science. It's only been around for about 25 years or so, and we need to learn a lot of things. One of the things we need to learn about is what is the impacts of stormwater runoff on our receiving waters, on our environment. Also, are the things that we're doing effective? Are the actions that we're required to do under the permit really returning us benefit to our environment for the money that we're paying?
Stormwater from developed areas carry pollutants that go directly to our water bodies. And SAM is very important because what it can do is it can help us understand those mechanisms, how these pollutions get to the water bodies, and it can help us learn how to prevent pollutants from getting to the water bodies, how to reduce flooding, and how to keep things clean so that we can do shellfish harvesting, we can do salmon fishing, we can fish and swim in these local water bodies.
So the regional stormwater monitoring is really done in three categories. The first being status and trends, so we can understand are things getting better or worse in our receiving waters as driven by stormwater runoff and stormwater management. The second are the effectiveness studies, which are looking at individual actions as required by the permit to see if they're really returning value on the dollar, making sure that what we're being required to do is really effective in reducing pollutants or controlling stormwater runoff flows. The third is source identification, which is looking at things like illicit connections and spills and things like that on things that we go out and respond to that are entering our stormwater system that are eventually coming into our receiving waters. How do we effectively respond to spills? How do we effectively address illicit connections?
So what we recognize is that we needed to look at stormwater on a regional basis and that we could share information and we can share costs to fund these studies. And so it's more efficient and effective for us to spend that money regionally and share that information.
We can't do it individually by ourselves. We have to operate as a group, as a watershed. We all drain to the Puget Sound, and we need to work on that. We need to work on the relationships that we've got between agencies, between jurisdictions, because we all want the same thing.
At the end of the day, the reason I'm doing this is, to teach our kids is that, it's not industries that's doing, a lot of the pollution. It's us, it's the general public, and we need to all contribute and we need to all learn on what we can do to keep stormwater clean for the future.